Aloha, friends and neighbors. Welcome to show 917. This is Roland Frost, Kona astrologer on the big island of Hawaii. Lucky we live here. We're going to go through 4th of July for you, and both weekends on either side, so you can plan some things. Day by day in the sky mirror, here it comes. I drew up a chart for you, and well, there's that big old Grand Cross. Look at that. So you've gotten used to this, this tension, the violence, the territorial, the road rage, the feeling of aloneness already. And sad to say, the bad news is the sun is joining in on that. Yeah, it's going from 6 to 15 degrees of Cancer. So it's running the Grand Cross. And boy, that means there's going to be action. The good news is Mercury went direct. July 1st, Tuesday, 2:51 a.m. You won't have to keep going places twice. The other thing about this is there's a new moon. If you're on a Thursday night show, it's happening to you right now. Yeah, it's a new moon at 6 degrees of Cancer. It's very nice because it trines Neptune. And if you're in the Neptune business, oil, drugs, chemicals, art, music, religion, this is going to be a good month. However, that new moon happens here at 6 degrees. It's in Cancer, and that cardinal sign is the tip-off, the Grand Cross. So it's starting for you right away. If you're on the Thursday show, the moon's already in Cancer, and Thursday night, that new moon. Now, maybe you'll be lucky and you'll just catch the trine to Neptune. What? I didn't draw that in. Oops. There we are. Neptune, the priest artist, you know, there's Jesus, huh? One of my favorite masters. And it trines 120 degrees down to this new moon. So you could get in trouble with that and say, oh, I'm going to war, get out the weapons and go shoot them up. But if you listen, what would Jesus do? And you'll be in that trine to Neptune, you let it go, there'll be music, there'll be butterflies, there'll be colors, you'll be more telepathic, your compassion will develop more. In the midst of all this fighting, rampaging, Ram is Mars, huh? And there's Mars, he's under siege. All the young men, whew, terrible. Not only the Sergeant so-and-so from the prisoner exchange, but also young guys in school. And the psychologists, the scientists aren't helping. And they can't, there's no power and control, no territory. And so this is a road rage ready to go at any time. Let's look at the times and give you an upload on what might be coming up. Now this isn't your chart, this is the generic chart. So if you're on a Thursday night show on the new moon, the moon's in Cancer, very domestic. If you're with somebody here, you know, you want to go for Neptune, a glass of wine, some music, you know, colored things, nice, sensitive. You know, if you're with somebody and you start fighting, bail out of that, because these vibes could go on for a month. Yeah. So the Neptune thing is real late Thursday night, early Friday morning. And the violence doesn't really kick in until we get to 12 degrees. Here's the opposition to Pluto. Now that is about noontime Friday. And then in the evening and afternoon, mostly this is late evening, you see the Uranus thing at 16 degrees, Mars at 17. You know, here's the fire, here's the fight. Here's the violence, here's the anger. Ask yourself what you're protecting. This is not a Friday night to go out like it's normal. This is not a normal Friday night, folks. No. So Saturday, the moon's still in Cancer on June 28th. And it gets better as the day goes on because the moon comes up on a trine to Saturn and a conjunction to Jupiter in the afternoon and evening. And things settle down. There's more traditional thought, good sense, and even a feeling of wow, now I understand could happen here late Saturday night. I'm sure Friday gave you something to think about, so process it. Sunday, June 29th, the moon's in Leo here, and it vibes change a lot. Here in the afternoon, there's a nice sextile to Venus, and there's some love and some sweets around. It's kind of fun. Try to relax a little bit. Continues through Sunday into Monday morning. Monday morning, on the 30th here, is a nice trine to Uranus. And there's some brotherhood and a sextile to Mars. And why should we fight with our brothers? Well, in the middle of it all, there's a square to Saturn. It's all about money, isn't it? Survival. Laws, lines, and signs. In the U.S. especially, we're inundated with lines and signs on the road whenever you go outside. Well, you're not going to like the restrictions, but brothers will save everybody here if you let them be real heroes. Monday night late, these lines are actually in Hawaii are 2 a.m. in the morning. They're midnight on the west coast. So here is a nice trine to Mercury. And Mercury's just stopped, so, he's pretty happy. And he goes direct early in the morning here, and the moon sextiles him. So your thoughts could be wonderfully clear Tuesday morning. Listen to the kids. Listen to the messengers. Good negotiations happen. If you have a really brilliant thought, write it down. Yeah. Good vibes continue through the middle of Tuesday, and the moon shifts into Virgo. And once that happens, confusion starts. Because there's an opposition to Neptune late Tuesday night, and a square to Venus, and there's no rest, and there's no pleasure and fun, and the sweets are gone, and it's confusing. Very confusing. Not a good time for love, girls. No. Now this is actually 2:33 in the morning, maybe Hawaii time. Just after midnight on the west coast. Now as you get into Wednesday, you'll get some direction here. In the middle, between breakfast and lunch, there's a sextile to the sun. And getting a plan together, huh? Yeah, good for you. There's a trine to Pluto. Discovery happens in the middle of Wednesday. And in the evening, there's a sextile to Saturn. We get organized. Kind of nice. Not bad at all. Vibes continue through Thursday. There's good sense someplace. So I kind of like Moon in Virgo here, Wednesday and Thursday, the 2nd and the 3rd. There's a lot of good sense, a lot of common sense here when you got Jupiter and Saturn kind of in harmony. When you get to the 4th, here we are on the 4th of July. It's going to be a close call. The moon goes into Libra here about 10 o'clock Thursday night, July 3rd, and you start to feel very different vibes, and everybody's looking at everybody else. Yeah, and the shit kind of hits the fan here Friday night. With the square to Pluto. Here's police problems and issues of property and territory and power and control. It's snuck in there here about 1 or 2 a.m. There is a trine to Venus. There's a little pleasure in there someplace, but it's going to be kind of hard to find. Really early Saturday morning, 1, 2, 3 o'clock, there's a square to the sun. None of our plans are working out. The Mars conjunction shows up here between breakfast and lunch towards the middle of the day. The moon goes by. Mars, energize. Are you pissed off or are you getting the work done? You a good warrior or are you a bad warrior? Well, it's tough. There's an opposition to Uranus about the same time, and so there's no brotherhood, and the mentality is off, and this is not a very, it really kind of continues from Friday night. I mean, this is 4th of July. They all go out and do fireworks and stuff, yeah? And so here could be some violence, some fires, some difficulty. It could go off a little bit here. This could be a fiery 4th. Yeah. Calms down really late Saturday with the trine to Mercury, and we start talking and we get information, and here early Sunday morning, about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, the moon goes by the north node, and we all feel like we're appreciated. There is, however, a square to Jupiter. We're overdoing it here still Sunday morning. Maybe it's a good time to sleep in late and not overeat at breakfast. Moon goes into Scorpio in the middle of the day Sunday. The vibes change a lot again. Sunday night, here's a trine to Neptune. So here's a time for religion, art, music. It's Sunday night, yeah, the 6th of July in this crazy year, 2014.